Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jessica from Jessica's Craft Time, and today's whip and chat I'm going to do a little bit differently. First, I have this canvas to show you. Now, I can't show you in one screen, it's too big, but I thought I'd just sort of scroll and show you. I've just finished this one, which is a waterfall. It's going to drag on the counter, and I absolutely love it. So then you got the water coming down to the fish at the bottom. So this one's from Shoalhaven, Diamond Dots, or Diamond, change her name, I forgot, Diamond, I'll link it below. I'll link her webpage below. So she's someone that's in Australia. She's in Nowra, New South Wales, so it's really good because you get your kits really quickly. I've had this one for a little while and I absolutely love it. I love the water and the blues in the waterfall, and then the koi fish at the bottom. So that is a finish. This has taken me a little while to do. It's a 40 by 80. I'm just going to pop that down. But today what I thought we'd do is, don't trip over my chair, kit up a diamond art club. So I've had this one for a little while. I've put it aside because I really enjoy working on the diamond art clubs, and I only had two. I finished one. This is my second. That last one was a lot of confetti. I feel I need a little bit of color blocking, and I thought, why not do my diamond art club? I do have 3 more on pre-order, so they'll show up when they show up. So I know I've got more coming, so I thought I'd start with this one. So I thought I'd do a little bit of kitting up today while we chat about what the week's been. So I'll just get my case out. And I've done it the wrong way around. Damn it. Don't have your case round the wrong way, because I've just lost all my little jars. So this is my big case that I've been started to use for my, sorry about that. Now let's find all the ones that jumped out, that I've started to use for my big diamond paintings, and I love it because I can pop everything in the top. So I'm just going to set that to the side and get our drills out. Now what I have done on this one is I've put masking tape. The reason why I've done that is these stickers can be a little bit hard to remove. So I put masking tape down, then I'll put the label on top. That way it'll be easy to remove when I want to. So that's our sticker sheet and then all our drills. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on my containers while we chat, and I'll let you know what I'm doing as I'm doing it, but I'm just going to cut it out to start with. So what have we been up to this week? Had the end of school holidays. So the little man is back at preschool, and it's a little bit of a sigh of relief for me. I love him dearly, but he's very full on. So he's back at preschool. We didn't do much at the, what did we do? Oh, we did. So we went to the zoo, and then we went to the theatre, which I think I spoke about both of them in my last whip and chat because I did it a day late. Then Friday we had a quiet day at home. We were packing, and we went away for our first family holiday. Now we've been away multiple times. We spent 2 weeks at Southwest Rocks, which is north of us in New South Wales. But hubby was working, so he needed to go away for work, and I went, well, if you're going away and paying for accommodation for 2 weeks, why don't we come with you and we'll have a little bit of a break. It means you can still see us at night. And yeah, so we had a bit of a break while he worked. We've been back up there. We went back up there with the in-laws because we really loved it and we wanted to take them up there. But we've never been, we go away to Melbourne on a regular basis to see family. But we've never been away with the 3 of us. And I'm like, Mark's 4.5. We really should do it. So we didn't do much. We just went back up to the property in Blackheath. But it was just the 3 of us. And it was lovely. It was so nice to go away. unlike the 2 weeks beforehand when we'd been up there and it had been snowing, it wasn't this time. It was beautiful weather. So we got up there late Friday night. Mark fell asleep in the car on the way up, which was to be expected. He's very, very good at falling asleep in the car. Now what I've done, I've been reading tips about the best way to get these off. So what I've done is I've cut the strip and then peeled the backing off. And then I'm just going to trim it. And it's so much easier than peeling all those little tiny little bits of backing off. So that was nice. We got up there late Friday night. So Mark was asleep pretty quickly. And then hubby and I just sat around. And I started another one of those block builds. I'm building a turtle. So I picked him up at the zoo when I was there during the week. So he's not quite completed yet. They take a long time to build. But he's coming along slowly. Since I got home, I haven't really touched him. I've been doing my diamond painting. So because I was so close to finishing it, I just wanted to finish him up. So the turtle might get some loving tonight. Yeah, so Saturday we got up. Now we did have to do a little bit of work. We had to do a tip run. So because when we were up there 2 weeks ago, by the time we worked out we had enough to do a tip run, the tip was closed. So we got up. We had to pull apart a whiteboard, which we didn't end up fitting in. And found a couple of more items around the property that we knew had to go. So we did that. Filled up with the ute with as much as we could, but we couldn't fit the fridge carcass and the whiteboard in because I left it up to hubby to make sure he packed the extra rope. And of course he forgot. So we only had one strap on us and we couldn't find any rope around that was strong enough to hold a load down on the utes. So we decided that we'd just do another. We're going back up again this weekend because we've got more work to do. We need to fix a gate that's broken, but Mark's not coming with us this time. He's heading down to the in-laws and we'll head up Friday night and come back Saturday. We're only going to be up there one night, but Saturday is going to be a big day because while the boys are fixing the gate, there's some serious mowing that needs to be done. So I'll take my mower with me. There's more gardening to be done, but my main thing will be mowing because it was getting a bit long. So plus we're starting to hit fire season. Once we start having total fire ban days, we can't mow, and because we're limited on when we can go up there, I just want to get some done. So I'll do the mowing. We'll do another tip run to get rid of the whiteboard. And then from there, we did a little bit of the touristy thing. So we went to a couple of towns down from where we were staying called Lura. And they have a train and toy museum. So it had all the old toys, which was so cute to see. I loved it. So many memories. They had Noddy and Tintin and trains and just so many of the old toys. They had old military little soldiers and wind up tin toys. So that was cool. And then we went out the back. It's in an old homestead. So then we went out the back of the property and they had a whole huge old shed that you could see from the outside in, and they had trains set up so you could pay $1 and see the trains go round. And then they had a mountain that had trains going around again. You paid $2 and saw the trains go round. So it was really kind of cool. So we did that. Now when I cut these out, I keep the symbol. I can probably zoom you in a little bit more. Let's get rid of this. Wrong way. So I keep the symbol and the DMC color, because that will help me sort them later. Excuse me. So yeah, the trains were really cool. Now what I'm going to do, so these that I've put in my case won't stay in this order, because I like to have alphabet, numbers, and then symbols. So I'll put all the alphabetical ones, all the letters, then I'll do all the numbers, and then I'll do the symbols in DMC order. So, and I get to know where things are there. Now here, make sure I've got it the right way. So you go along and it's got the DMC number, which is 819. At the moment, I'm leaving it like this because they're all in DMC order. So I can just pick out my 819 and we'll start filling them. So yeah, the toy museum was really cool. So by the time we did that, then we headed back to, I probably need myself a tray, because I cut the wrong way off that, and that's going to fall everywhere if I try and tip them in there. Oh, come out, come out, come out, wherever you are. So yeah, from the toy museum, we headed back to Blackheath and went to grab lunch, but then we saw there was a little market, so we went over to the market. Hubby was extremely happy because he found some lemon butter, which he loves lemon butter, and my mother normally makes him lemon butter, but because they're in lockdown and we can't visit Victoria, he hasn't been able to get any of his lemon butter. I just spilled them everywhere. So he was very excited to be able to get his lemon butter. You know, little old ladies that are making it at home. So I'm sure it'll be really yummy. He hasn't opened it yet. Then we went and grabbed some lunch and we went up to the Rhododendron Gardens. So I'll actually put some, if I can overlap the photos, I'll put them here. If not, I'll put them at the end. The Rhododendron Gardens is starting to become all in bloom. They have a big festival in start of November. So we're not too far off them being fully in bloom. So it was really nice. We just sat down, ate our lunch, and went for a walk around the garden. So yeah, I'll try and pop some photos in of the beautiful flowers. Now the Rhododendron Gardens, unfortunately, like quite a few places in Blackheath, lost some of their property due to the fires in January this year. But there's still a lot to see. So, and it's nice to see the areas that were affected are starting to come back to life too as well. So that was nice. And then we went home and we ended up watching a movie. We were a little bit tired. We'd been out, it had been sunny. So we watched a movie for a bit, and then Mark was like, "Mummy, I want to play board games," because he took this ginormous bag of toys for just 2 days. So we sat and played Monopoly, and we played Game of Life. There's a junior version, which he really loves playing. And it's simple, he can follow along. So we did that. And then, what did we do? What am I looking for? 995. 995. And then we went to the local pub. So there's a local pub in Blackheath, and hubby was looking up the reviews for it, and it doesn't have very good reviews. But when you get to the pub, you walk around the outside, because at the moment they're restricted down to one entrance, and you've got to do your whole COVID sign in and make sure you've got your sticker to say you've signed in properly. And they were very well down with making sure everyone is as safe as possible and everything's spread out as much as possible. So we got to the pub, and it's an old pub. It's not new, you know, it's fancy pub. It's an old pub with big old wooden tables and old rickety chairs, and all the reviews on, a few of the reviews hubby found online is that they're like, "Oh, that's the worst food, it's the worst decor, they haven't updated in years." But that's what we love about this pub, because you go in And it's an old pub. It's what pubs, you know, it's what I think of a pub. Not, you know, all sparkly and shiny, but it's clean. But it's a pub. It's your local country corner of the street local pub. So I need to think, or else I'll mix these up. So we went there. They don't have a very big menu, and it is pub food. Nothing, very simple pub food, but they do it well. You know, you don't go into a place like that, and that's what I was trying to say to hubby. You don't walk into a place like that and expect 5-star food or fancy dancy. It's a pub. We had pretty basics. Mark had chicken nuggets and chips, which, you know, pretty much every kid loves. And there was a decent amount of chips and nuggets, and then he got his ice cream afterwards, and they ran out of the ice cream they normally gave, so they gave him 3 ginormous scoops of vanilla ice cream with sprinkles and chocolate sauce, and just what I knew as a kid getting a chocolate ice cream in a pub. And I had parma and chips and salad. The salad was really nice, and unfortunately they've had to go to all like packet things, so packet salad dressings and stuff. That's okay. But it was a nice salad. It wasn't just a piece of tomato, a piece of cucumber and some lettuce. It had some cabbage in there and some capsicum. And 7, 8, 3. So we did that. Parma. Hubby had a steak who he said was cooked absolutely perfect. And he's like, I reckon this is bigger than what they stated they would. So I had dinner and then headed home, or back to the property, which was nice. And then what did we do? On Sunday, we decided we'd go to the Fire Museum, which is in Penrith. It's out of the mountains. So by the time we got up and, you know, did a quick clean up of the house, and we sat down and had breakfast together, and cleaned up the house, and we also stopped off at Wentworth Lakes on the way. Oh no, well, like, let's just, you know, we know that the Fire Museum's open till 4:30 or something. I'm like, it won't take us more than an hour to go around it, so let's just see what happens on the way down the hill. And we pull out of the street and there's a market on the corner. We didn't get very far. We got to like the main road and there was a market already, like a little farmer's market. So we stopped and hubby got some chili sauce and we got some street food and had that, which was really nice. Unfortunately, they had some really nice meat and stuff like that, but I'm like, we can't keep it cold in the car because we don't know when we'll be home. So that was all right. Had a look around there. And then we decided, oh, Mark really wanted to go on the swings, and there was only 2 swings there, and there was kids everywhere wanting them. So we said we'd stop at another park. So we went to, we knew in Wentworth Falls there's the lake that's got the playground equipment with it. So I thought, why not? Let's head to Wentworth Falls. We can go for a bit of a walk along the little lake there and play in the playground, which we did. And then we headed to the Fire Museum, started heading down the mountain. We didn't find anything else, but, you know, it's COVID time, so not as many things are running in towns. It was very busy with tourists. It was very busy in Leura. So yeah, we headed to the Fire Museum, and we've seen the signs for as long as I can remember going up there. I've always seen the sign on the freeway, and I'm like, I really want to stop there one day. So we saw the sign, turned off. Start following the signs to the museum. The road was closed. It was closed. They were doing major works. So like, okay, we'll keep following the detour sign. You know, the problem is this fire museum's on like a dead end side street off this road. But we're like, surely they can't just shut the fire museum. So like, I've been wanting to go for so long that I'm like, we are going. You know, when you're like, you've just, that's it. You determine you're going. So we're driving round and round and round. And we get round to the other side. We had to do this big loop because there was a train line there. By the time we looped around the train line and we're getting into the back streets, we get to where we need to turn to get in. Road's still closed. Like, how are we going to get there? We have to get there somehow. I've been wanting to do it for so long. Let's do it. So I end up calling them, and they have a back entrance that isn't actually on a road. It's kind of the continuation of one road, but it's not. And the guy didn't know what I was talking about. We finally found it while I was on the phone to him. So he was happy we finally made it. And he's like, oh, you can just stop at the roadworks and ask them to let you through. I'm like, yeah, well, there wasn't really anyone there to stop and ask. And, you know, it didn't look like anyone wanted to let us through. I've missed that one so bad. So, that's all right. We finally made it. And there was no one else there when we showed up. After we were there for a little bit, another family showed up. But I'm like, this is really quiet for a Sunday. So, there might be people trying to come here and they get to the roadworks and just give up. Because there was, I did see during the detour that there was a sign for it. But when we turned around, we saw the other sign for the museum that gets you in the back way. But they kind of didn't have that sign posted properly either. So, and you never know coming in. The only reason he said on the phone was that there was a back gate that we were, he goes, but it's not signpost. And you wouldn't know at that back gate that it was the fire museum. So anyway, that was really cool, looking at all the old fire trucks and machinery and all the old helmets and uniforms, and that was fun. So we did that, then we got home. So it was a really nice trip. It was nice to be away and just be the three of us. So yeah, and then Monday back at work for hubby. We ended up going up to, Mark and I went up to the shops to get him some more summer clothes because he's growing quite quickly, as they do. So I thought we'll go and get him some more summer clothes. And I spent a lot of the day Monday doing washing. It had sort of piled up before we left, and I didn't want to do, we had some really yucky weather the day before we left, so I hadn't put any washing out on the line, so it kind of built up since before we left. And then yesterday was swimming. So Mark's back at his swim school, which he's loving. He keeps thinking it's another, like his preschool. Which school am I going? Why do you stay with me at swim school and not at preschool? I'm like, swim lessons, mate. It's something different. He's not quite understanding the grips of the two, but he's loving his swim lessons. And then we had an afternoon. He played under the sprinkler at home. And then when hubby got home, we went up to the river and had ice cream. We were a bit naughty. We had ice cream before dinner, but that's okay. Ended up being a really nice day. It was a bit warm during the middle of the day. Would have been a bit warm down the river on the riverbank, but for about 5 o'clock, it was really nice up there. The tide was coming in. We went and sat down, had ice cream, and Mark played in the sand for a bit. He didn't want to get in the water until we're like, it's time to go home. He's like, oh, but I didn't get to swim. I told you, child, you had your chance to swim, but you didn't, so you miss out. I'm sorry. We'll have to go another night. So that's sort of been my week. I've mainly been doing diamond painting. 8.90, there it is. To finish my biggie off. So that was quite a big one. It didn't it took me a while. It didn't take me as long. I forgot to note down when I started it, unfortunately. But I did have a bit of a break on it when I did some cross stitch. I have ordered my 939. I've ordered my peppermint purple thread pack for the 2021 sale, so it's going to be my first sew along, which I'm excited about. So I've done that. Now this one here, 3371, I reckon we might need 2 jars for, but we'll see how we go. So that's exciting. I'm excited to start that next year. I'm hoping I'm going to just put that in another one because it's going to get too big. I sound like a garbage truck going past. I might just put it down here because I'll have to label this. So yeah, I'm excited about that sew along. Like everyone, Australia Post is being really unpredictable. Someone sent me something the other week and it took a month to get to me. I'm just looking for, let me see if I've got a sticky here. It took a month to get to me, which is crazy. And then she sent me something last week and it only took a week to come. Same spot, from Queensland. So yeah, it's just crazy how unpredictable Australia Post has been. Now there's another 3371. Now we get to the 310s and we've got lots. I'm not going to open all these bags. What I'm going to do is I'll probably need 2 of these again. I'm just going to open one. I put my pen. Oh, I just lost my pen. I need another one. The tray's not really helping. When I drop them, they seem to go over the tray. So I'll label that one. So yeah, I've got some diamond paintings and pens coming in, but we just have to be patient and wait. I was excited that something came from America last week. So I've done the unboxing for that. And it gives me hope that my other ones are not too far behind. So they've come in, one's come in, so the rest have to still come in somewhere. They can't be lost. It's just taking a long time. It's just, there's some big vehicles moving around out there. Okay, so with the rest of my 310s, they'll just go in my little pocket up the top. Just fold them in half instead of thirds. Now what I do is I want to get all my letters out. See, yeah, I'll call that an L. It's not really an L, but I'll call it an L. So I'll take all my letters out. Okay. So we've got 2 extras. So my symbols I'm just going to move across, because I want to keep them in numerical order. It will help me when I kit down, and I get to know, you get to know as you're working on them where the symbols are anyway. There's only 2 numbers. Okay, so then I'll put my 2 and my 1. Sorry, I've just done, oh, I forgot 310. Just move this over, might move you back up so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to put my 310 in here. So they're all my symbols, then my numbers, and then we're going to go into my alphabet. So I'm just going to go in order. A, B, C, D, E F H K Q R S T U V W There you go. I had a brain. So I'm all kitted up. I'll bring you back down and show you. So we've got all our alphabet there. Then we go our numbers and then our symbols. I'll keep them in DMC order as much as I can for the symbols. And then as I'm working on it, I'll get to know. But most of it's going to be the 310, which is here. I've got the 2 extra ones I've just labelled because I've got more than one little container. And then I've got 5 bags of 310. So as I empty both of those, then I'll put a new one in. I've got my sticker, which will go in my diary, which is a bit like my scrapbook. And then I've got the big sticker. I'm just going to keep that to side for now. I don't know what I'll do with it. My last big sticker I put on the front of my diary. If I get a logbook, I can put it in there. So that's all kitted up, ready to go. And don't open it the wrong way like I did before. So this will be our my next big project. Bigger project. I'll just pull you out. You can see it. I'm really looking forward to it. Diamond Art Club. Their canvases are lovely to work on. The poured glue is really nice to work on. I'll see how I go with this one. I might do it in lines. Like I might just pull that back and do, quite often I work in like square sections, but this one, because there's a lot of colour blocking, I'll do the colour blocking first and then probably work some in here, but I'll see how I go, whether I do the confetti all as like one, pull the whole cover off, or I do it in sections. We'll see how I feel on the day. I change as I go. So thank you for sitting and listening to me today. I'd love to hear what you've all been up to. I've also got my Facebook group, which I'd love to see what you're working on. So you just need to answer the questions like, do you agree to the group rules? Group rules are pretty basic. Be kind. Be nice to each other. And yeah, that's me for today. So I'm looking forward to seeing how our gate goes back on at camp next week. This weekend, coming weekend. It should be good. If we can't fix the gate, the main person we're going up with to help fix the gate, he's always a lot of fun. So I'm sure we'll have a few drinks and a good laugh anyway. I hope you all have a lovely week and take care, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.